This past month, we've been racing pretty actively with our white car. We've been racing at Lucky's. We went south and headed to Pacemakers. The last race of the month is Norwalk NMRA. But we do have underlining issues on our car, and did we push it too far? Okay, so we're getting ready this weekend to head to Norwalk NMRA for the stick shift shootout, true street shootout, king of the street. We've been doing quite a bit of racing these past couple weeks with the no prep as we went to Pacemakers and we went to Lucky's over in Erie, PA. But we got 3 weekends in a row that we got to race. We got our first points race coming up at Conley Motorsports Park, and we are headed to Jackson, Tennessee to race in the Ford Takeover stick shift shootout. It's no doubt that we put a lot of wear and tear on our car, so we're going to get it up on the lift, get it ready for this weekend. The only real things that we have to do to it for the most part outside of nut bolt check it is to change the oil, but we're going to lean on it pretty good the next couple weeks and get it ready for July for the rebuild, so you guys got to stay tuned for that. Okay, so I had this really weird shit that happened when we were just getting it into the garage, and to get ready for the NMRA event this weekend, we got to make sure the car is right. Because it's a type of weekend that you can't get under your hood and fix your shit if you got a problem. So we're out here doing a little bit of data logging on the street. Right where that blue hill is kind of what we're concerned with. But that's not what happened in the garage. It just went pop, pop, pop and shut off. And it just didn't work anymore. And for some reason, it must have just got some shit in it. I don't know. It was weird. Damn it. That could have got me stuck and I would have been out of the event. Something I probably could have fixed pretty well, pretty easily. We got it back here to the shop and we were doing some work on the tune. We ended up having to change it and it didn't make any sense to. So lately we've been having to do quite a bit of correction on our tune and it's just not making any sense. There has to be some sort of underlining issue that we're just not seeing. So we did end up putting our QuickTime Pros on. About NMRAs, you have to have a dot or a dot radial, and this is like a dot slick. Not exactly my favorite tire to use, but we'll be all right with it. I think we'll have we'll make some decent passes with it for sure. Get the car up, we're gonna change the oil real quick. We gotta go through our fuel table too, as we were doing some driving earlier and spots in it that we gotta touch up. One thing that I haven't checked in a long time was the pinion nut on my flange. Been hearing a little bit of noise coming from the axle, figured it was a good time to do it. Sure enough, it was loose. We get a chance to check our oil and change it real quick. Doesn't look bad. Like, preventive maintenance is like the best thing you can do for your car when you're racing the shit out of it. Okay, so we got the oil changed out, new filter. Had to torque this back down, put a little Loctite on all these and redid this. I think we got all loaded up and we headed to Norwalk for a test and tune on a Friday night. This is part of the actual NMRA venue. Gives me a chance to see what the surface is like, what it's going to be expected of, and to get set up for the next day, which is the actual event. So we decided to pit next to our buddy Mike Niehaus. Got a chance to check in with the Tremec team that was on grounds. Got the car teched in and we was ready to make a test pass. I've been racing with Mike for a number of years, and this car is just always impressive every time I see it. So we're about ready to go make our test pass for Friday night. We had a chance to pick up a couple of our transmissions for the Stick Shift No Prep series here in Ohio, and the transmission we're giving away at Ford Takeover. So big thanks to Mike Kidd and Tremec for sponsoring those events. Also, big thanks for the banners to give away on our live streams on Sunday. Norwalk, Ohio, where the Summit Motorsports Park is, isn't very far from where we live. So we opted to drive home last night and just come back. Today's the day of the actual event where we run 3 straight True Street passes to get an average for the shootouts on Sunday that we hopefully make. Our test pass went very good last night. We went 9.0 at 158. Car seems to be pretty good, but it's still running pretty rough. We're going to have to get that figured out. So we're going to pit over by Mike Niehaus again one more time today and do some stick shift shit with some stick shift friends. made it here to day 2. We actually were testing yesterday with the Mustang. We did pretty good. We went 9.0 at 157, about 14, 15 pounds of boost. We're gonna take it for a little bit of a spin around the track and start getting ready for the True Street drive. That was on photo. So Mike Niehaus won the ring. This is the ring that Tremec is awarding the fastest average in 2024. And I told him I'm just going to go ahead and wear this to the driver meeting. And, you know, maybe we'll race for this one day. No, I'm just kidding. So how did you win that?
That was from Juliet back in 2018.
Just one race?
Yes. NMCA versus NMRA.
Woo, so all of them was there.
It was a team race.
It was a team race? That's awesome. That's nice, man. He's a deep 8, high 7-ish car. I mean, on kill, right?
He'll go 9.0s.
So tell these guys what you got going on here, brother, if you don't mind.
8.2 deck, push rod, 347. Got 225 high ports. Set of twin precision 64, 66s. Backed by Magnum.
Hell yeah.
Nothing fancy.
Nothing fancy in my ass, bro. Come on. They go 175, 180 if it needed to. Street car.
Full interior.
Full interior. Look at this. Told y'all. Mike don't mess around. This is what we play with. Full exhaust. You got that Y pipe. Or no, that's not Y pipe. That's twins. So that's badass, bro. That is badass. Doing this for many years. You don't mind being on camera, do you?
No, I don't.
Fancy pantsy. Got the ring.
My camera face on today.
Camera face on today. So we got Richard here.
Yeah.
Selling some stuff. Car, but right. We're gonna get you later on. So I gotta hand him some money. You might as well just take the whole thing. I'm just damn, that's business. I mean, 5 minutes later he brought me that. That's awesome. Yeah, man. Thanks, guys. There is no doubt I'm a huge Bigfoot fan. Grew up with this shit. Love watching it. So it's about ready for the True Street meeting where we go on our 30-mile cruise. Got a chance to hang out in the pits a little bit with some of my stick shift friends and Tremec before we headed out. All right, guys, I want to give you guys a quick update. We haven't still made any passes yet. It's almost 3 o'clock, 2:30. The venue's running a little behind, had a little bit of oil in the track, whatever, but whatever makes it safe.
First things first, my name is Ron Dransky. I'm the shootout and True Street director for NMCA NMRA. As Ron mentioned, we're going to do the stick shift shootout tomorrow. There's 39 stick shift cars on the True Street, and then there's 3 female. The fastest 8 cars run the stick shift shootout tomorrow. Each one of those, of that 8, I'll either let you guys choose a jacket or it could be a hoodie, whatever, but I'll give one of those to each one of the participants for the stick shift shootout. One other thing that we're doing this year, and Mr. Niehaus was gracious to let me borrow this. So one of the things that I wanted to do to spice this up a little bit is put a bounty out there and said we'll give $1,000 to the winner of the stick shift shootout if they have a Tremec transmission, and they get an additional $1,000 if they have my Cloud clutch. We do 3 events. We do Florida, we do here, and we do Bowling Green, Kentucky. The fastest stick shift average from those 3 events will win this Tremec championship ring. Bring a little more to this, give you guys a little more to earn, you know, and a little more to win. So just go out there, be safe. Thanks, Mike.
All All right, here we go. 30-mile trip, 30-mile cruise, come back to the lanes. Back 3 passes, baby. So how True Street NMRA works is you line up with all the other competitors, you drive about 15 miles out and 15 miles back. When you get back here, you get set up in the lanes and you make 3 back-to-back passes, and your average, if you're fast enough, will get you into a couple shootouts on Sunday for some money. The stick shift shootout is a $3,500 pot and a $500 runner-up, so it's definitely worth trying for. This year in 2024, we're hoping to try to get the top 8 fastest cars in the field for NMRA, which puts us in a shootout on Sunday. That's 8th mile instant green heads up, and that's right up our alley. So we're gonna brew us up some coffee and get ready to head to the lanes for our 3 back-to-back passes. So we just got to the lanes, it's like 6 o'clock. Got 6 straight lanes of True Street plus quite a few people here. We're gonna be like the last pass. I'm just gonna push the car up. Okay, here we go. About 6:30, about to make our first True Street hit. 14, 15 pounds of boost. Go A to B first and then worry about it later. Gonna do great. Gonna do great. This is pretty much an identical pass from Friday, 9.0 at 158. Car's still going fast, but it runs like shit. Second pass wasn't too bad, 920 to 157, about 16 pounds of boost. I really need to get a new mount for my phone. Seems like it's starting to wear out. We're about to go down last round. Made a couple good passes. Got to make this one count here. Car's hurt. It's been hurt for a while. Got to get that shit straight when we get home, but it is what it is. I'm crazy. Should have changed it when I had a chance, but we'll talk about that another time. This is our 3rd and final pass for the True Street average for Sunday. I'm mainly here to run the True Street average and to support Tremec in the event and maybe take a chance at winning that ring at the end of the year. We got set up in the other lane, which we weren't supposed to be in. Didn't have a very good burnout at all. I just had a bad feeling about this pass. Pretty much a terrible pass. Blew tires off in first, couldn't get fourth to hit. Scramble was too high. Pulled the parachute, got to the end of the track, put the chute in the car, and there's about a half a gallon of water in the front of the car. And y'all know what that means. So we're gonna limp this back to the trailer and inspect the problem. Just as we suspected, we definitely lifted a cylinder head. There's water all over the front of my car and it's running hot, so half the water's probably laying on the ground. This car's been hurt for a number of years. I remember pressurizing the coolant about 4 years ago, but after a retorque and burping the coolant, it never came back on me. So we're not gonna risk running any of the shootouts on Sunday, as that's just unsafe. We did manage to make number 2 qualifier in the stick shift field and number 8 in the King of the Street, but unfortunately I'm gonna miss my opportunity this time. I want to thank Mike Kidd at Tremec and Bob Scheid at McLeod. Another great NMRA event. And I also want to make a big shout to my stick shift friends who drove from afar. I appreciated hanging out with you guys and had a blast. We're on crunch time now. We got to get the car home and tear it down and figure out what happened. Definitely going to be pulling some favors this week to try to get this thing done in a timely manner, as we got 3 of the next 4 weeks we're going to be racing. But I appreciate you guys for watching. I know it's a long video. Get you guys caught up on the channel. If you haven't subscribed already, consider subscribing. Check out that join button if you want to join the membership. But outside that, I just appreciate you watching. See you in the next one.